The Aztecs were one of the most fascinating civilizations in history. Their empire spanned much of what is now Mexico, and their culture and achievements continue to influence the world today. In this video, we will explore the history of the ancient Aztecs, from their origins to their downfall. Images of Aztec ruins, artifacts, and artwork. The Aztecs were a Mesoamerican civilization that flourished from the 14th to the 16th century. They were known for their advanced agriculture, impressive architecture, and intricate religious beliefs. But before we delve into their achievements, let's take a look at their origins. Map of Mesoamerica, images of early civilizations in the region. The Aztecs were not the first civilization to inhabit the region that is now Mexico. They were preceded by several other cultures, including the Olmecs, the Maya, and the Toltecs. However, the Aztecs were able to build upon the achievements of these earlier civilizations and create a unique culture of their own. Images of Olmec, Maya, and Toltec artifacts and ruins. The Aztecs originated in the region of present-day Mexico City, where they founded their capital city of Tenochtitlan. According to legend, the Aztecs were led to this location by their god Huitzilopochtli, who appeared to them in a vision and instructed them to build their city in the site where they saw an eagle perched on a cactus, holding a snake in its beak. Images of the Aztec capital city of Tenochtitlan, eagle perched on a cactus. The Aztecs were a warrior culture, and they quickly established themselves as a dominant force in the region. They expanded their territory through conquest and formed alliances with other city-states, creating a vast empire that spanned much of central Mexico. Images of Aztec warriors, conquests, and empire. In the next segment, we will explore the religion and beliefs of the ancient Aztecs, which played a central role in their society. The religion of the ancient Aztecs was complex and intricate, with a pantheon of gods and goddesses that represented various aspects of nature and human life. The Aztecs believed that their gods required constant nourishment and sacrifice to maintain the balance of the universe. Images of Aztec gods and goddesses, religious ceremonies, and rituals. The most important god in the Aztec pantheon was Huitzilopochtli, the god of war and the sun. The Aztecs believed that Huitzilopochtli required human blood to sustain him, and they regularly performed human sacrifices in his honor. Images of Huitzilopochtli, human sacrifices, and bloodletting rituals. The Aztecs also believed in a dualistic view of the universe, with opposing forces of creation and destruction. The god Quetzalcoatl represented the force of creation, while the god Tezcatlipoca represented the force of destruction. Images of Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca, symbols of creation and destruction. The Aztecs believed that the universe went through cycles of creation and destruction, and that each cycle was marked by the appearance of a new sun. They believed that they were living in the fifth sun, which would eventually be destroyed and replaced by a new sun. Images of Aztec sun symbols, depictions of the cycles of creation and destruction. The Aztecs also had a complex system of astrology and divination, which they used to predict the future and make important decisions. They believed that the movements of the stars and planets were closely linked to human destiny. Images of Aztec astrological symbols, divination rituals. The religion of the ancient Aztecs was a central part of their society, influencing everything from politics to art. In the next segment, we will explore the art and architecture of the Aztecs, which were some of the most impressive achievements of this civilization. The art and architecture of the ancient Aztecs were some of the most impressive achievements of this civilization. They created intricate sculptures, colorful murals, and massive pyramids that still inspire awe today. Images of Aztec sculptures, murals, and pyramids. The Aztecs were skilled artisans, using a variety of materials to create their artwork. They worked with stone, wood, clay, and precious metals to create intricate sculptures and jewelry. Images of Aztec sculptures, jewelry, and other artwork. One of the most impressive examples of Aztec architecture is the Great Temple of Tenochtitlan, which was the center of religious life in the Aztec Empire. The temple was a massive structure, with two pyramids dedicated to the gods Huitzilopochtli and Tlaloc. Images of the Great Temple of Tenochtitlan, pyramids dedicated to Huitzilopochtli and Tlaloc. The Aztecs also created impressive public buildings, such as the Palace of Moctezuma, which was the residence of the Aztec Emperor. The palace was a massive complex, with hundreds of rooms and courtyards. Images of the Palace of Moctezuma, rooms and courtyards. The Aztecs were also known for their colorful murals, which depicted scenes from everyday life, as well as religious and mythological themes. These murals were often painted on the walls of public buildings and temples. Images of Aztec murals, scenes from everyday life, religious and mythological themes. The art and architecture of the ancient Aztecs were a reflection of their complex society and religious beliefs. They continue to inspire and fascinate people today, providing a glimpse into one of the most impressive civilizations in history. Images of Aztec art and architecture, people admiring and studying them. In the next segment, we will explore the daily life of the ancient Aztecs, from their social structure to their food and clothing. The daily life of the ancient Aztecs was shaped by their social structure, religious beliefs, and environment. They were a complex society with a well-defined hierarchy, and their daily activities were influenced by their roles within that hierarchy. Images of Aztec society, people engaged in daily activities. At the top of the Aztec social hierarchy were the emperor and the nobility. The emperor was considered a divine figure, and his word was law. The nobility were responsible for governing the empire and overseeing religious ceremonies. Images of Aztec emperor and nobility governing and religious ceremonies. Below the nobility were the commoners, who made up the majority of the population. They were farmers, artisans, and merchants, and their daily lives were focused on providing for their families and contributing to the empire. Images of Aztec commoners farming, crafting, and trading. The lowest class in Aztec society were the slaves, who were often prisoners of war or criminals. They were used for manual labor and were considered the property of their owners. Images of Aztec slaves, manual labor. The Aztecs were skilled farmers, using advanced techniques to cultivate crops such as maize, beans, and squash. They also raised animals such as turkeys and dogs for food. Images of Aztec farming techniques, crops, and animals. The Aztecs were known for their colorful clothing, which was made from cotton and other natural fibers. They also wore elaborate headdresses and jewelry, which were often made from gold and other precious metals. Images of Aztec clothing, headdresses, and jewelry. The daily life of the ancient Aztecs was also influenced by their religious beliefs. They regularly participated in religious ceremonies and festivals, which were often accompanied by music, dancing, and feasting. Images of Aztec religious ceremonies, festivals, music, dancing, and feasting. The daily life of the ancient Aztecs was a reflection of their complex society and religious beliefs. In the next segment, we will explore the downfall of the Aztec Empire and the impact of European colonization. The downfall of the Aztec Empire began with the arrival of Spanish conquistadors in 1519. Led by Hernán Cortés, the Spanish were able to exploit the internal divisions within the Aztec Empire and eventually conquer Tenochtitlan in 1521. Images of Spanish conquistadors, battles, and the fall of Tenochtitlan. The Spanish conquest had a devastating impact on the Aztec people. Many were killed in battle, and others died from diseases brought by the Europeans. The Spanish also destroyed much of the Aztec culture and religion, replacing it with their own. Images of Aztec people, destruction of culture and religion, and European colonization. Despite the destruction wrought by the Spanish conquest, the legacy of the Aztecs continues to influence the world today. Their achievements in art, architecture, and agriculture continue to inspire people around the world, and their complex religious beliefs and mythology have been the subject of countless books, movies, and other works of art. Images of Aztec art, architecture, and agriculture, and depictions of Aztec mythology in popular culture. The Aztecs were a remarkable civilization, with a rich and complex history that continues to fascinate and inspire people today. Their legacy serves as a reminder of the power of human creativity and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. Images of Aztec ruins, artifacts, and artwork, and people admiring and studying them. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of the ancient Aztecs. We hope you have gained a greater appreciation for this remarkable civilization and its enduring legacy.